how-to video on an installation of a Johnson's pocket door kit. Let's be clear, this is not the actual door going in, this is just the kit that'll hold the door. So this is at framing stage. The tools you'll need is a 6-foot level, Phillips screwdriver, and of course the pocket door kit. I'm a big fan of the Johnson's pocket door kits. They're just, to me, they're the best. So we'll get started. So when you're framing your rough opening for your pocket door, you want to be 2 times the width of the door plus 1 inch. So if you're going to put a door in that is 2'6", that's 30 inches. Double that is 60, add 1 inch, 61 inches. So that'll be your width. Your height off the floor, this is for a Johnson's pocket door kit, your height off the subfloor will be 84 1/4. If your door is a 2'8", that'll be 32 and 32 is 64, and then you add 1 inch, 65. So we'll open this up and we'll get started. I guess another tool you're going to need is a knife, hammer, and some 2-inch nails. You open that sucker up like it's Christmas. This is the track. This goes on the top. And these are the studs where the door slips into. These 2 little brackets are to receive the studs on the floor. So these will be fastened to the floor, and those metal studs will slip on these little tongues. This, nothing. All right, here's the track. It'll mount this side to the sill. First thing you want to do, you want to take this here, little clip. You want this clip to come off. Phillips screwdriver. All right. On the wood, they have stamped the size of doors. We have a 2.0, 2.4, 2.6, and a 2.8, and a 3.0. The door I'm working on now is a 2.6, so they actually have it stamped in the wood. There's also this side you have to cut. They also have them stamped here as well. And I'll be using the 2.6, so I have to make a cut right here. Square across. Square this across. Okay, we'll cut that. One more tool, a saw. Mine's at the walls. You'll notice I just cut through the wood. I did not cut the aluminum track. Same thing here. So just cut, pull these guys off. Done. Okay, this is a little tricky part right here. You can see I cut at the 2.6 mark. Now I'm going to cut the aluminum track. The catch is, I want to be 1.5 inches back from the cut I made in the wood. So I'm going to be cutting back here. wear eye protection. Okay, so this little clip is now going to go back on. This is why I cut it back 1.5 inches, so this clip can fit on like that. Okay, so it's fastened. Now we have it cut to our length, and we're ready to install this in our rough opening in our interior wall. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a lead pencil mark on this wall, right in the middle of the stud. So it's a 2x4 stud, so it's 1 3/4 inches. Bring that line down about 6 inches or whatever. And the only reason I'm doing that is I'm going to put a 2-inch nail in because I work alone. Tack it in there like that. And now I'm going to take the track. This part here, this thicker part, this is where the studs will go. And this is the thicker part where when the door's closed, the door will be here. Gotta be careful not to put these guys in backwards. I've done it way too many times. So the back is being held by my 2-inch nail. Now I take these 2-inch nails and I fasten this clip to this stud. That's one side. Now this side, make it up tight to the sill. All right, so now this piece is fastened to the studs right up to the top of the sill. What I like to do, I'm not sure if the finished carpenters like this or not, but I do put a 2-inch nail through here. And it holds it flush and holds it tight. Heck, we put 2 in. One on either side. So the rough opening for this door is a 2/6. I have 31 inches here. So I'll just make a rough mark on the floor, 31 inches. And then the remaining width here is 30. So half of that is 15, so at 14 1/4, I'll have a stud. I'll mark that up top. Well, let's make that awkward. Okay, so now we put the studs in. Start with that middle clip, or with this clip here. This one you can put in. This one here, do not fasten it yet. So I'll go ahead and put those middle studs in, and the reason I can do that, I'm not going to level them, is because it's not the finish edge of the door. They can be a little bit crooked. But these guys fit in here just like, I can't see it, like that. Okay, they'll slip in. These next two metal studs are important. They have to be plumb. So I push it into the clip. I'll fasten it up here. Now we get it plumb. Perfect. So I got it perfectly plumb this way. On my subfloor, I have my line snapped. And all I do is make sure the edge of this stud is right on my red line. Two 2-inch nails in those little clips. Last stud. All right. That's it. I'll get you a close up here. There's my 2-inch nail that holds this part flush with the sill. It's very important that this sill, your rough framing, is perfectly level, and it's important that this here stud is plumb. Those are the important two things. This here stud back here can be a little bit back and forth. It's not gonna matter. So that's how I fasten at the top, the 2-inch nails. This stud is just set halfway between this point and the back point. Now we'll come down and quick show you the clip. Now my red lines are very, very faint, but you can just see it right there. And then there's my two 2-inch nails. Okay. This is the line that I just used to tack my 2-inch nail in to hold this side up. And this is where I nailed the other side. So now this here will all be sheeted in drywall. This here will be the opening.